Are you wanting to make a move in 2026, but you haven't exactly figured out what state is going to be the right one for you? Well, today we're getting into all of the reasons why Colorado should be number one on your list when thinking about relocating to a different state in 2026. Hey everyone, my name is Taylor Ratliff, and this channel is Moving to Colorado, and it serves as your resource. All things moving to Colorado, relocation, housing market, the cost of goods, cost of living, different neighborhoods that you should be taking into consideration when you're moving, all of that jazz. So if that sounds like something that is going to be of benefit to you, make sure that you hit subscribe, like, hit the bell, all of that jazz so that you can stay tuned every single time that I post another video. And I also want to be a resource for you. So I am a realtor in the state of Colorado, and if you are thinking about moving here and you want to know what the process is and how to really make that process as smooth, enjoyable, and stress-free as possible, then definitely reach out. I'm going to put all of my information over the screen right now. My number is 303-551-2429. Reach out to me, give me a call. I'd love to help you on this journey, and I'd really love to take some of the headache out of it because I've been in your shoes and I did it without help, and there are a lot of things that I learned that I would be very, very happy to share with you so that you can avoid making those mistakes. Okay, tongue-tied today. Anyways, we are going to get into all of the reasons why Colorado should be at the top of your list when thinking about places to move in 2026. Let's get into it. Okay, starting off our list today is going to be that we have a year-round active lifestyle in Colorado. If you are moving here, you better get ready to be biking and hiking and building community with people that love to be outdoors and doing activities, because that's truly how a lot of us get to know other people and build those friendships here, is that we go on different groups and different events and festivals and stuff that are happening all year round. So Colorado truly does have those 4 seasons. So you do have winter, spring, summer, and fall. And what's really neat is that you're going to have activities and festivities, things to do that are per season, as well as the same type of hike 4 different times in the year is going to look completely different. So right now we're in December, and there's been a ton of the holiday markets and different festivities, photos with Santa, photos with the reindeer. There's different midtowns that are beautiful that are doing the ceremony of lights and lighting up the tree. There's the Zoo of Lights. There's just so many different festivities right now because we are in December. And then because it is a colder winter month, there also is like the ice sculptures, and there's actually different festivals where you can actually watch people carve out these ice sculptures and vote on those. So depending on what season it is, there's going to be a ton of things for you to do, either indoors or outdoors. And if you are somebody that wants to be active, you want to be involved in the community, and you don't want to be bored, then Colorado is going to be a perfect place for you to call home, because there is never a shortage of things to do. There's actually a plethora, and it's actually really hard to figure out what things you're going to commit to, because truly any weekend there's like 5 things on my list that I really, 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 really want to do, and it's really hard to choose between which ones you're going to go to. Compared to where I come from in New Mexico, it's hard to find one thing per month to attend. So definitely so much at your fingertips, something for you to always be doing, whether that's indoors, outdoors, you name it, you've got it here in Colorado. And that should be one of the reasons that you want to move here, is if you want to constantly be able to do something. Our second reason is that the work-life balance here is actually very easy. So it's not hard to put in your 9 to 5, your 40 hours a week, and then get to the mountains and go on a hike within 15 minutes, or be able to drive to the ski mountain and go ski or snowboard all weekend long. You truly do live in nature's backyard. And so if you are working, you still do have the opportunity to go and enjoy the things that people are enjoying on the weekends, like camping and hiking, biking, all of that stuff, and really get your cup full for when you come back to work the next week. So living in Colorado, I would also say that it's been interesting how many holidays that the state celebrates and completely closes down everything. It's not like that in New Mexico. We do not fully celebrate a lot of the holidays that Colorado does. So that was incredible. And then incredible and sometimes inconvenient, because you really want to make sure that you know when the banks are going to be closing down or when all the stores are going to be closing down, because sometimes it leaves you in a pickle. But what's also really neat is that there's a lot more paid time off in Colorado as compared to where I come from. So definitely check with your state, but the work-life balance in Colorado is incredible. You're going to have a lot of paid time off, and the employers really do understand that happier employees means more productivity and better efficiency in the workplace. And so not only is Colorado doing its job to provide you with all of this nature in your backyard so that you constantly feel like you're on vacation, and so that you do have all of these availabilities and opportunities to release the stress and to decompress and to go on the mountain, hike, bike, get your mind out of that work mode and to really relax. And the employer is also doing a really great job in Colorado as well by offering those incentives through paid time off and sick leave and vacation leave and all of that stuff, so that you can truly have that work-life balance. So if you're looking for a good work-life balance, then Colorado is going to be a great place for you. Kind of piggybacking on our first one, Colorado has a ton of trails, parks, areas for you to go rock climbing. There's tons of different open spaces. There's tons of trails. All Trails has a plethora of hikes and walks available, and there's actually over 500 plus trails when you look it up in Boulder. So if you are somebody that loves the outdoors, then you should definitely consider moving to Colorado, because there's going to be a huge amount of different things that you can partake in, whether that be taking a stroll with your dog or going on a bike ride, going mountain biking, going rock climbing. If you want to go fishing, there is that for you. So Colorado truly does have that incredible outdoor access, and along with that comes the parks and open space and amenities that the city offers as well. The number four reason why you want to move to Colorado is if you want to always feel like a tourist. I have been here since March of 2021, and I got to tell you, all of these little mountain towns and even the big cities like Longmont that has over 100,000 people, they all have super cute, adorable, walkable downtowns. And back to what I said with all of the seasons is you have different decorations and different vibes and different communities that are out at the different seasons. So right now, all of these super cute downtown areas are super festive and are decorated for Christmas, and you have all the different ceremonies of lights and Christmas trees and all of the lights that are decorated. And Fort Collins actually does a really incredible job at their decorations for Christmas. But what is really neat is that if you want to constantly feel like you are in a completely different place every single time that you go travel somewhere, Colorado is going to be a great place for you to call home, because whether it's Manitou Springs or Lafayette, Louisville, Boulder, Golden, Lakewood, all of these places have great walkable downtown areas, and they have great scenery. And so not only are you getting an incredible view of the mountains, but you're also getting incredible amenities. So you have nature at your fingertips, and you have all of the things that you would want from a city at your fingertips, while also being in this very cute, picturesque type of mountain vibe and feel. And so if you like to just constantly feel like you're a tourist and be walking around and having fun and doing the oohs and the ahs and like, oh my gosh, this is incredible, Colorado is going to be great for you. Because truly, I've been here for over 4 years, and I can't tell you how many times my jaw is on the ground in a place that I've already been as well, because it's a different season and they have different music or different offerings or different festivals, and my cup just runneth over being in Colorado. I constantly feel like I am on vacation, even if it's only 15 minutes from where I'm currently at, or even if it's in my backyard at one of the festivals at City Park. So it's truly incredible living here. And if you are somebody that wants to feel like a tourist and to constantly just be wowed by what is offered to you here, then Colorado is going to be a great place for you to call home. All right, so I'm hopping into the video just to give you a little bit of a reminder. I'm a realtor here in Colorado. I've been where you're at. I've been in the thick of Do I want to make this big move? This is going to cost me a lot of money. It's going to cost me a lot of time. Am I making the right decision? Am I making the right decision when it comes to the neighborhood, the city, the actual state? There was a lot of trial and error and tribulations that we had to go through to really make sure that this was the right move. And to be honest with you, we moved here and I ended up needing to be a little bit more central for the work that I do. And so we ended up making a move about 2 years after we had moved to Colorado from New Mexico. And it cost us a lot of money to relocate. And so I really want to serve as a resource for you so that we can really get down to the nitty gritty, boots on ground feel of what it's like for you to move here, what it's like for you to live here, so that we can really get clear on the areas that are going to be perfect for you and the lifestyle that you want to live. So if you are somebody that is in the thick of it, or you're at the beginning or the middle, or you are ready right now to pack up your bags and go, you just need help. You just need somebody to help you get you here, then I want you to reach out. I'm going to put all of my information up on the screen, and I'm very happy to take you through the entire journey, step-by-step process, so that you really feel in control in this process, and so that it is as smooth and stress-free of an experience as possible, because that's how it's supposed to be. We really want to get you on this ride where you're just feeling absolutely incredible. And once you get to Colorado, it's even more incredible because you have been set up for success, you have been educated, and you are landing exactly where you're meant to land. So if you want help getting to Colorado, I want to help you. Reach out. And again, remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell so that you can be notified every single time that I make a video. Okay, so if you are a dog lover, you're going to be a Colorado lover, because Colorado is truly set up for those people that have those lovely pooches with them. So if you are thinking about moving to Colorado and want to get a dog, or you are coming with your companion already, Colorado is going to be perfect for you to call home, because it is very, very, very dog friendly. There are tons of restaurants that are actually dog friendly that allow you to bring in your dog. And there's a ton of different barbecue joints style type of food where they have their entire outdoor area where you can have your dog off leash. There's actually even different apps and groups that are specifically for restaurants that allow dogs, because there are so many people that love their dog and want to bring their dog everywhere with them. And there's also a ton of trails and parks and different areas that you can take your dog. And in Colorado, what is really neat that is not the same in New Mexico is that every single different town and city has dog parks, and there's off-leash dog parks, there's on-leash dog parks. There's a few that have different areas that are for off-leash and different areas that are for on-leash. A lot of them have different specifics for different areas, like small dogs are allowed in this area or larger dogs are allowed in this area, so you can feel more protected when getting your dog socialized around other animals that are their size. And then there's also a lot of these dog parks that are adjacent to other recreation areas. So Stanley Lake Park, you can go paddleboarding, you can go boating, fishing, walking, hiking, biking, all of that stuff. And then right next to it is also a dog park. So you and your pooch can get bring in all of the stuff that the Colorado nature has to offer. So if you are somebody that loves dogs, if you have a dog, if you want to get a dog, Colorado is going to be a great place for you to call home, because it is truly super dog friendly. And you get that vibe when you move here, because every single block there is somebody walking their dog. And it's actually great if you are somebody that loves dogs, because this is going to be one of the ways that you're going to build your community out here, is that it's really easy to make friends when you're going to the dog park and when you're constantly walking frequently through trails, because a lot of other people are doing that same thing. And so you'll start to frequent the same people, and your dogs actually start to get to know other friends dog wise as well. So if you are somebody that has a dog, you want a dog, if you want to be in a dog friendly area, Colorado is going to be a perfect place for you and your pooch to call home. Our sixth reason that you want to call Colorado home is that the real estate is truly holding its value here. So you might have seen something around the news about how real estate values are dipping and that there might be a recession, all of that stuff. Well, that is true. Real estate prices are dipping compared to where we have seen them rise during the pandemic. And that's because things are stabling out and we no longer have that 2 to 3% interest rate. And that's a good thing. We do not want the market to be as truly psycho as it was in those years. So the fact that we have this dip in prices is actually a good thing, because where we were at was unsustainable and we wouldn't have been able to continue going that far. So what this means is that we are also back at a stable level. So Colorado is also a destination state. So there's never going to run out of people that are wanting to move to Colorado. It is absolutely gorgeous here. The quality of life here is incredible. The wages here are incredible. You can really build a great life for you, and you can really enjoy yourself while doing it and have absolutely incredible, breathtaking views as well. So Colorado is never going to not be a destination state. It truly is going to continue being that. What that means is that the real estate is also holding its value. So we are not seeing appreciation anywhere near as extreme as the 12 and 16%, but we are still seeing appreciation around the 2 to 3% level, and that's still very, very good as opposed to different areas like Mississippi, Louisiana, even New Mexico. So Colorado, even though we have seen a dip just like everywhere else in the country, you do have real estate prices that are going up and are holding their value. I do not see us having a crash in the state of Colorado because there are so many people that are constantly moving here, and it's actually attracting quite a bit of people from places that have a lot of money, like California and New York, Oregon. And so you're just not going to have a crash in the real estate market because people want to move here and they're willing to pay the price in order to do so. So if you're somebody that is thinking about getting a home, purchasing a home, and you're worried about your investment and you want to just make sure that it is a good investment, be rest assured, if you buy a home in Colorado, those prices are going to hold because somebody else is going to want to buy that home as well. Colorado is a destination state. All right, so our last reason is the economic opportunity. So Colorado has incredible health and tech industries that are going strong, and the gross domestic product, which is the GDP, has been steadily rising since 2009. And there was a dip during COVID, but that has since rebounded. And for somebody that is skilled and has value, that is going to be the moneymaker for you. If you have a certain skill set that is desired, then Colorado is going to be a great place for you to call home, because value of individual expertise is going to continue to skyrocket as the state rebounds. And so, like I said, if you have a skill set that a growing mountain state needs, specifically a mountain state that has a lack of that skill set, then chances are you're going to be in high demand. And what that means is that your wages are also going to be high as well, because they're willing to pay for you to work and to bring that skill set. So if you are looking for a good opportunity when it comes to economic growth, Colorado is going to be a great place for you to call home. I do also want to mention that there are a lot of reasons that Colorado is going to be the perfect place for you to call home. And at the same time, there's probably going to be a few reasons, hopefully not too many reasons, that Colorado might not be a great place for you to call home. And so it's very important that you do your research when it comes to the economics, the cost of living, real estate prices, the housing market, the rental market, the cost of goods, everything, because you truly want to make sure that you are making the best decision, an educated decision, and one that is going to allow you to thrive in the state of Colorado, not just survive and potentially regret the decision of moving here. So that's the absolute worst thing, is for you to make this big decision, for you to spend all this time, all this effort, all this money, and then get here and it not be what you thought it was going to be. So it's really important that you do your research on all of the reasons why you might not want to move to Colorado as well. And that's going to be our next video. So these are all the reasons why you want to move to Colorado. And our next video is going to get into all the reasons why you might not want to move to Colorado. And a lot of them are going to be similar, but on the flip side of what that looks like. So when it comes to the economics, you really want to make sure that just because the amount that you're getting paid is going up by double, that you're not moving here because of that, because the cost of living could potentially be 3 times as much. So we just want to make sure that you are doing your due diligence, that you're doing your research, and that you're reaching out to somebody like me that's happy to help you, so that you're not alone in this, and you're really making sure that you have all of the information at your fingertips for you to make the best decision possible for you and whoever else is involved in this move. Again, it's getting a little dark out here. It's December, and so the sun is gone after 5, and it's about 4:50 right now. So I'm going to end the video because I am running out of light, but I want you to move to Colorado. I would love to help you if you are somebody that wants to move out here. If all of these reasons resonated with you, then definitely reach out. My life has definitely been I've just lived an increase since moving here, and it has been the best decision that I have made in my life, is moving from the state that I was in. It's brought me so much opportunity. It's opened up so many doors, and I truly wouldn't be where I'm at right now if it wasn't for the move. So if you're somebody that wants to do the same, I want to help you, and reach out. Make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you hit that bell so that you can stay tuned every single time I make a video. And again, let's get you moved to Colorado. So no hesitation. My information is up here. Let's get you moved. Give me a call, shoot me a text, or there's also all of the description below that has a Calendly link so that we can hop on a Zoom call as well. Okay, without further ado, I feel like I am losing my voice. So I'll see you guys in the next video. That was all of your reasons why Colorado might be the perfect fit for you. And again, if any of these resonated, if all of them resonated, reach out. I'd love to get you moved here. Until the next one, bye.